Good morning to all. Today we are going to see about that concept of structure. Before knowing that concept of structure, we have to know that concept of array. So array is a collection of elements of same data type. That means, suppose if we want to store that elements of same data type means at that time we can use that concept of array. Suppose if we want to store that elements of different data type means we have to use the concept structure. For example, if we want to store that register number of 10 students means register number obviously it is come under the data type of integer. So at that time we can use that concept of array. Suppose if we want to store that student information such as roll number, name, age, date of birth, five subjects mark, percentages, CGPA, etc. So these are all come under of different data type. So roll number is come under of integer data type, name is under of character data type, marks is come under of integer data type, percentage is come under of float data type, CGPA is come under of float data type, etc. Okay, so at that time we can use a concept of structure. So ideally, structure is a collection of different variables under single name. So that structure structure is of a single structure name. So in this we have that near the keyword of struct we have given that structure name. So for storing that complicated data we are using that concept of structure. A structure is a convenient way of grouping several pieces of related information together. So if we want to group that several pieces of information means we can use that concept of structure. So this is a general syntax of structure. So this is struct is a keyword we have to give as it is here structure name. In the structure name we can give that for example if we are storing that student record means student record data means here we can give that as a student record. Okay, so here in this within this curly braces here we can give us data type number one means in this data type we can give us suppose if we want to store that register number means which is commander of integer data type, so int register number, so like that we can give. So here we can give first of all we have to give the data type and this is a member. So within this in structure within this curly braces it is known as members. Okay, so here this is an example. So structure is a keyword. So here character name, so name is that is array name, so which can store 64 values. So here name and course is commander of character data type, age is commander of integer data type, year is commander of integer data type. Here we are, this is are all of data members. So this is student is a variable. While creating variable, it will allocate that memory for these data members. While creating that, this is just a template. While creating template, it will won't allocate that memory. While creating variable name for the structure, at that time only it will allocate that memory. This is student is a variable name. While creating this variable, it will allocate that memory. So these are some important points. So struct keyword is used to declare structure member. By using that struct keyword only, we can able to declare that structure. So members of structure are enclosed within open and closing braces. So within this bracket, these are structure members. Declaration of structure reserves no space. While declaring structure, it will doesn't allocate memory. While creating variable only, at that time only, it will allocate that memory for data members in the structure. Is nothing but the template, map, or shape. So here, structure is nothing but a template, map, or a shape. So memory is created at that first time when that variable is created. So this is a variable. Okay, so that object instance is created. So today is a variable. While creating this variable, it will allocate that memory for date, month, and year. So we can able to create a variable that is immediately after structure or using that main function. From that main function, we can able to create that variable for the structure. So this is a one of a way. Then second way is for this we can creating that variable name in that from that main function. So third way is in the previous example we can given that only one variable name, but we can use we can create more than one variable name immediately after the structure. So semicolon is must for structure. So book is a structure name, pages, character name, name, year. These are all data members. Book 1, book 2, book 3 are variables for the structure book. So next one is structure initialization. So in the structure initialization, here we are going to see how to assign values for the data members in the structure. So here, for example, here consider this example. So here we are having the data members such as name, roll number, and marks. For name, we have to store that value. Roll number and marks also we have to store that value. For this data member, it will allocate that memory only when variable is created. Variable for the structure is created. So here we are creating that variable as std1. Okay. So std1 is for, this is a variable for the structure student. Okay. For this structure, we are creating the variable std1. So std1 is equal to Pritish. So this value is assigned to name. Okay. So in memory of name, it will store that value as Pritish. So next value is 67. So 67 value is stored to roll number. So the value 67 is stored to roll number. In roll number, it will assign the value as 67. And next one is marks. In marks, it will store that value as 78.3. So next one is initializing inside main. Another way is we can assign that value for data members from that main function. So here in this is a structure. In this example, student is a structure name. In this, we are having that data members as mark 1, mark 2, and mark 3. In that main function, we are creating that variable for the structure student. So here struct is a keyword, student is a name of a structure, that is we are giving nearer to the struct keyword. So student, this is a structure name. So S1 is a variable for the structure student. Okay. For this structure, we are creating that variable S1. So in this, it will assign in this we are having that value 89. So this value is assigned to the first data member. So first data member is mark 1. In the mark 1, it will assign the value as 89. And second mark 2, it will assign that value as 54. In mark 3, it will assign the value as 65.